These phonics lessons are produced for non-profit purposes out of love for Jesus Christ. This lesson we're looking at a bit of grammar. Why grammar? Well, this area of grammar is important, and it involves words that look alike. People who have been taught sight words have an extra level of difficulty figuring out the differences between these words. Even some people who are taught to read well have trouble with this area of grammar. But there are some simple, easy ways to figure out which word to use when, and I'll show you how. The first words we'll look at are 3 different types of there. We'll look at the rules now. The only time you use this one with an apostrophe is if you can substitute they are. This is because the apostrophe is taking the place of an A, and it means they are. Next, we'll look at there, spelled T-H-E-I-R. We use there, T-H-E-I-R, only when ownership is implied. It's in their house. They own the house. So it's their house. The final there is spelled T-H-E-R-E. It is the most common one, and now we'll look at some examples of when it is used. All other times, if you cannot use one of the first 2, then you will use T-H-E-R-E. Here is an example of T-H-E-R-E being used in several ways. Note that the only time we spell E-I-R is for possession. The others will have E-R-E. There is. Their house is over there. Get your pencil and paper ready and be prepared to pause if you're going to take longer than 20 seconds. You'll get 20 seconds after I stop talking to figure out which ones to put where. There's going to be 3 different theirs. Figure out which one to put in each blank. In the first blank, we put there with an apostrophe because we can substitute they are. The second blank, we use T-H-E-I-R because it implies possession. They own the car. It's their car. And the final one, most common, E-R-E. For the final one, to do a double check that you couldn't use one of the others, you could try they're going to take their car over they are. That doesn't make sense. And also, there's nothing to imply possession of, so it can't be T-H-E-I-R. Next, we'll look at 2 forms of its. The first is IT apostrophe S. The apostrophe stands for the I, and it means it is. The only time you use it's with an apostrophe is if you can substitute it is. This is an easy, simple check to make. Otherwise, you use its, ITS, with no apostrophe. This its is both plural and possessive, meaning if we have more than one of something, we can use it. And also, if someone owns it, we can use this one. Again, you'll have 20 seconds to figure out which it's to use. It's okay if we use its wheels. The first one, we can substitute it is, so we must use its with an apostrophe. The second one, we cannot use it is, so we know it must be its without an apostrophe. Also, without an apostrophe, the word is possessive or plural. And in this sentence, its wheels is possessive. Our next pair is your. Your with an apostrophe is short for you are. The apostrophe takes the place of a. You use your with an apostrophe only if you can substitute you are. This is an easy check to do. If you can't use you are, you're going to use your. Your is also possessive. You own it, as in your house. Try this one. Again, 20 seconds. You're at your house. In the first, we can substitute you are. In the second, if you try to substitute you're at your house, it does not work. Also, it's possessive. You own it. It's your house. This version will be used in possessive, the Y-O-U-R version. Now we'll look at two, and two. Use TWO, two, only if you can substitute the number 2. Use TOO with 2 O's if you can substitute the word also, or if it refers to degree, as in too little or too late. Or if you can substitute very, as in not too interested. Or as a retort, like a child talking back, I do too. All other times use to with a single O. This one's a tough one, so you'll get a little extra time. You'll get 30 seconds to fill in all these blanks. The first one, TWO, we can also use the number 2, so we pick that one. The second 2, we can't say also or the number 2, so we use a regular 2. The third 2, the second 2 on the second line, you can substitute the word also, so that's why we pick double O's. And the final one, TOO, we're substituting it because it's degree, like in too little and too late and too much. The final 2 is a single TO, to ask. It doesn't meet any other test, so we use TO. It's not a number, you can't use also, it doesn't refer to degree or vary. I commend unto you Phoebe, our sister, which is a servant of the church which is at Cenchrea, that ye receive her in the Lord, as becometh saints, and that ye assist her in whatsoever business she hath need of you. For she hath been a succorer of many, and of myself also. Greet Priscilla and Aquila, my helpers in Christ Jesus. who have for my life laid down their own necks, unto whom not only I give thanks, but also all the churches of the Gentiles. Likewise, greet the church that is in their house. Salute my well-beloved Epinetus, who is the firstfruits of Achaia unto Christ. Greet Mary, who bestowed much labor on us. Salute Andronicus and Junia, my kinsmen and my fellow prisoners, who are of note among the apostles, who also were in Christ before me. Greet Amplias, my beloved in the Lord. Salute Urbane, our helper in Christ, and Stachys, my beloved. Salute Apelles, approved in Christ. Salute them which are of Aristobulus' household. Salute Herodion, my kinsman. Greet them that be of the household of Narcissus, which are in the Lord. Salute Tryphena and Tryphosa, who labor in the Lord. Salute the beloved Persis, which labored much in the Lord. Salute Rufus, chosen in the Lord, and his mother and mine.